A lot of you may be looking for a spooky game to play this holiday season, whether it's by yourself or with your chat. Well, look no further. I have an amazing game for you right here. This game is called A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead, and it follows the movies A Quiet Place if you've ever seen the series, and is exactly like that. This game involves a lot of monsters, and if you've ever seen the movie, you have to stay quiet while you move around these monsters because they are alerted by sound. This game was developed by Stormine Games and uses Unreal Engine 5. And while Stormine Games hasn't really developed anything that you've probably noted from the past, this game did not fall short in any way, in my opinion, and I'll tell you why. First off, let's get into the story. You are using the main protagonist, Alex, to navigate your way through cities, towns, buildings, all of the sort. You are usually accompanied by a companion. In this case, you'll be starting out accompanied by her boyfriend. And in the first little mission you get put in, you're searching some cabins to find some medicine for Alex's asthma. And if you know anything about asthma and these movies at all, you can tell that those two probably just do not mix. So that adds to the challenges that you might already have with the game. So if you do anything too strenuously or get out of breath in any way, you will trigger an asthma attack, and that is just not good for this scenario. But apart from that, Alex is also carrying around a major secret that might coincidentally get a few people taken out. But for the main gist, you have to quietly traverse areas and complete objectives. There are going to be different obstacles in your way designed for creating noise or making it hard for you to get around. Some may be able to be avoided and some just might not. But that all adds to the immersion and the spookiness of the story. If you've ever seen A Quiet Place, the movies or anything like that, then you know that there are situations that are just simply unavoidable sometimes, and you just kind of have to make some noise, like opening some doors or creaking a window open. Anything of that nature just has to make noise, and you just have to make it through it. While we're talking about opening some windows and looking outside, let's get into the graphics and sound portion of this. Obviously, like I said, this is developed in Unreal Engine 5, so you can already expect that there is some amazing lighting, some good ripples in the water, things of that nature. The ray tracing is amazing. But even though it is in Unreal Engine 5 and that is what you can expect, it even takes it a step further with the audio. This game has amazing graphics and sounds alike. While you're fleeing for your life, maybe sometimes just stop to take in the scenery. You may get caught, you may not, but that's just part of the game. Just take it in while you can. While you're traversing these obstacles, one of the ones you're going to come across is a puddle of water. Whenever you step into these puddles, they make an audio cue for the monsters to hear, but also send out a visual of the ripples and things of that nature that reflect with the light. Even at nighttime, you're going to see some awesome atmosphere right here. The wind and rainy atmospheres not only conceal your presence in the game, but also create a nice little ambiance as well. The trees in the forest will be kind of swaying in the wind and kind of brushing together, so you're going to hear the sounds of them brushing together, but also the visual cues of them swaying in the wind. This not only helps with your immersion and gives you concealment in the game, but it helps the gamer enjoy the experience a little bit more because it is very well done. And the sound goes all the way to gravel or glass crackling under your feet as you walk. Obviously, this game is centered around making noise, so if you did not have great audio cues, it would be useless. So even more than just the visuals of Unreal Engine 5, you have some amazing sounds that you are going to hear in this game. There could be bushes rustling off in the distance, thinking that it's a monster, jump scares from different sounds slamming, and then the monster slamming through a door or something like that. There's going to be a lot of chances for you to almost audibly let out a scream, which leads me to my next part. This next part is the interaction that is available with the game. This game has its own form of interaction, which lets you use your microphone to pick up your actual sound and give it to the game. If you are too loud for too long, they are going to pick up to your presence in the game, i.e. if you're doing like a whisper to somebody in the room, but you're just whispering to them for too long, the enemies will be alerted to your presence. Similar to that, if you let out one high-pitched scream, the enemies will immediately be alerted, so the severity of your volume is also interacted with differently. So if they get you with a jump scare and you scream, you can just already consider yourself cooked. So before you jump into this game, make sure you check the settings that are in the menu before you hop in to make sure that your volume is being picked up correctly on your microphone. You don't want it to be too loud, and you definitely don't want it to be too soft, because you want this version of the interaction to be available. Apart from that, if you are a content creator, there are some ways for you to use, say, a Go XLR or a different type of sound mixer to let your chat also interact with the game. You can use some sort of pass-through. I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to that, but I know there is a way to get it done. I have seen people do it, but you can send the sounds from chat, from your sound alerts or anything like that, to the game and have chat kind of mess up your game inherently if they want to. It seems like it would be a fun way to get chat interacting, but I would say make sure you do it at a cost because they will abuse that thing. So the possibilities are endless with interacting with the game, but honestly, let me just say the interaction of its base natural state of the game is absolutely phenomenal. You don't need to do anything extra. The game itself already creates the immersion that you're looking for. So let's round this up and give you just an overall summary of what I think about the game. First and foremost, at the sticker price of $29.99, it absolutely goes above and beyond all the games that you're used to playing for a higher sticker price of $60 to $70. I usually notice some issues with the game, newer games, especially whenever I first load up. There's usually some clippiness in the first areas or in the very graphically intense areas. But I can say honestly with this game, I didn't run into any issues at all. It ran smoothly. It sounded perfect. There were no issues initially loading into the game, and the game was beautiful right from the first step. I haven't made it to the end game yet, but I can tell you that the story is captivating enough from all of the little twists and turns that I have already become aware of. This is one of those games that will have you hooked from the first couple of minutes and keep you hooked throughout the entire game because there isn't just one plot twist, there's multiple. Stormine Games isn't really known for any of the titles that they put out, but I really think that they have outdone themselves with this one. The A Quiet Place franchise has really selected a great studio to get their first developed game out, and I'm really happy with the use of obviously Unreal Engine 5 and the sounds that they added into the game. So at the end of the day, would I recommend this game? 100% I would. I feel like you're going to be very pleased with your purchase if you do it. It's just $30, and hopefully this review gets to you before spooky season starts so you know that you can play this game or beyond past that. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you drop a like on it, hit subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and we'll see you in the next one.